Gemara, there's a difference of opinion between the Rabbi Yehuda and the other rabbis. According to the Rabbi Yehuda, one can only pray Minha until the time of Peleg Minha, which is 75 variable minutes before the end of the day. And from that time and on, it is a time of Arbit. But according to the rabbis, one can pray Minha until the end of the day, and the earliest time for Arbit is from the beginning of the night. The conclusion of the Gemara is that one may follow either opinion. In Shulchan Aruch, Maran wrote that one must always follow one of the opinions. So if someone prays Minha at the end of the day, he may not pray Arbit before sunset. But if he prays Arbit before sunset, he may not pray Minha during the time of Peleg Minha. And then he writes that now that it's customary to pray Minha until nighttime, one should not pray Arbit before sunset. If one did pray Arbit before sunset, they fulfilled their obligation, so they don't have to pray again. And in a pressureful situation, one may pray Arbit before sunset after Peleg Minha. According to Maran and Shulchan Aruch, one has to consistently follow one opinion. You can't pray Minha right before sunset one day and Arbit before sunset on another day. So all the more so, Maran would not permit praying Minha after Peleg Minha and Arbit before sunset on the same day. However, in Maran's work, the Beth Yosef, which is the basis for his rulings in Shulchan Aruch, Maran acknowledged that even in his times, the custom of the world is to be lenient, and when Minha is recited after the beginning of Peleg Minha, the congregations continue with Arbit before sunset, even though this is contradictory by simultaneously following both the Rabbi Yehuda and the rabbis who disagree with each other. Maran then suggests that this custom is based on the way that the Rosh explained to Rabbeinu Tam, who was lenient with regards to praying Minha after Peleg Minha, followed by Arbit before sunset. The Rosh explained that we are lenient with halachic issues pertaining to the prayers. Rabbi Yisrael Yaakov Al-Ghazi, a Turkish rabbi from the beginning of the 18th century, who eventually became the Rishon LeZion in the land of Israel, discussed this topic in his book Shalmei Sibur. And he added that the Arizal also would pray Arbit early and then repeat Shema again after nightfall. He wrote that according to the Ari, Arbit should be recited while it is still daytime or close to the daytime. This explains our custom of praying Arbit immediately after sunset in the winter time, as opposed to many Ashkenazim who wait until nightfall to recite Arbit. Sometimes they have a break between Minha and Arbit, or they come back later for Arbit. The Ben Ish Hai also wrote about this topic in his response to Rab Pe'alim, stating that the custom of his city was to pray Minha after Peleg Minha and Arbit before sunset, based on the custom of the world that is recorded in the Beth Yosef and the opinion of Rabbeinu Tam, as well as the opinion of the later authorities, including the Shalmei Sibur and the custom of the Arizal. All of this is for weeknights, but on Friday night, even Maran writes that Arbit should be recited earlier than it is recited during the week in order to add time to Shabbat. And therefore, Maran wrote that after Peleg Minha, one could accept Shabbat with Arbit and then make Kiddush and eat before sunset as well. So even though Maran rules that one may not pray Minha after Peleg Minha and Arbit before sunset, even on different days, our custom is to pray Minha after Peleg Minha and Arbit before sunset, even on the same day. This is an example of maintaining a custom that existed before the ruling of Maran and Shulchan Aruch. In this case, Maran himself recorded the existing custom in his work known as the Beth Yosef. The custom was subsequently recorded by the Shalmei Sibur and the Ben Ish Hai, and continues as the accepted custom in our communities in New York and New Jersey. However, on Friday evening, even Maran advocates praying Arbit and accepting Shabbat before sunset.